After reviewing the tapes yesterday, just kind of reaffirmed in our mind we had a solid win over the weekend. We challenged our team last Monday that the toughest team was going to win that game. Anytime you go on the road in conference play, it's going to be a difficult assignment, and our guys were up to the task. It was a hostile environment, difficult weather conditions to deal with, and our guys persevered through that, and I was pleased with the effort. Having said that, we know that the challenge goes up dramatically this week, playing the 22nd ranked team in the country, playing a team that we haven't beaten in quite a while, and in fact it hasn't been real close. They've done an excellent job up there in Boise, and really have set the standard, and regardless of what league they've been in, and that if you want to contend for a conference championship, it has to go through Boise, and our guys realize that. And we've been looking for this date probably since camp started. So with that, we'll open up to any questions.
You get a road win already going into Boise. How much does that help as you prepare for confidence-wise?
I think it definitely helps confidence. When you go on the road, things are different. The conditions are different. You're sleeping in a different bed. All those things can be factors if you let them. To go out and make sure that you get the job done, and I like to, our business-like attitude. You can't help but get confidence when you go out and have success after that. The fact that we're 2-0 in conference is where we wanted to be, and that's what gives you also confidence going into this game.
What sticks out about this year's Boise team?
Well, they're very similar to watching Boise from back when I remember being in Reno playing against them. They're very well coached. They've got excellent athletes. They're very physical on defense. Chase the ball extremely hard. They're forcing takeaways, much like our defense is. Offensively, they're going to bloody your nose with the power running game. They're going to disguise it with a number of shifts and motions. They do a really good job of doing that, but the bottom line is they're going to try to run the ball down your throat and set up their play action pass game, and then when you think you got that settled in, they're going to hit you with some gadget plays. They've done a great job with it over the years, especially since Coach Peterson's been there, and we know it's going to be a tall task Saturday.
The top two teams in the nation in terms of taking the football away, you won, Boise 2. In what manner defensively do they put themselves in position to take the football away?
Well, I think they've got an excellent front. They put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. They've got guys on the back end that can intercept the ball, and they're violent when they get to ball carriers and knock balls loose. So they're doing a lot of good things, obviously with 17 takeaways, and I think they've got one less game than we have. So we know we've got to be very, very diligent in our ball security this week. I really think that the winner of the turnover margin battle this weekend is obviously going to have a leg up on how this game turns out.
Can you talk about Derek's maturation? I mean, if you look from touchdown to interception ratio, he ranks second in the country, especially in this offense, how quickly he's caught on, and maybe how Boise hasn't seen any kind of offense like yours so far this season.
Well, we've obviously been very pleased with how Derek's played, and it's a function of how much work he puts in. He's got a lot of natural ability. A lot of players that have a lot of natural ability don't work at it nearly as hard as Derek does, and I think that's why he's such a good leader for us. He doesn't just talk the talk; he walks the walk, and the numbers bear that out. In his effectiveness. When you throw 4 touchdown passes and complete 70% of his throws last week, and no interceptions, and people say he had a down game. I guess that's a compliment.
How would you assess the way after watching whether you watched how the offense played on Saturday?
I thought we did some really good things. We had 200 yards in the first half. I heard we had a slow start, but we had 14 points and 200 yards of total offense. I guess comparing it to having 69 points or 55 points at the half, we didn't do very good. But I mean, I don't know that's going to be the standard every week. So, I think you have to give credit to Colorado State's defense. Marty English is an excellent coach, and he had a good plan, and those guys played hard. I mean, they have a lot of pride. And I thought our guys, effectively moved the ball, but we had some penalties that we shot ourselves in the foot. You know, you can't, we did it a few times, but you can't always have first down and 25 and be able to move the football. And we had way too many of those, whether it was, you know, a clipping call, a late hit, offensive pass interference, you know, those kind of things kill your drives, and we've got to eliminate those.
So you've been going for it more on fourth down inside, you know, maybe that 35-yard line, 30-yard line. The announcers on the TV coverage said they felt like you didn't have confidence in quick pursuers. True or not true?
I didn't know they took mind reading. I don't take it till next semester. If you look at how we've coached all year long, we get into that. You know, I talk to Coach Schramm all the time. We get to about the 40-yard line to the 20-yard line. I tell him all the time, on third down, we got 2 downs. And I think as a play caller, that gives him an advantage. We may have third down and 6 and third down and 7, and we've done that a couple times. We've run the football, which messes with the defense. If you're trying to go to a sub package and bring dime personnel in, and we're running the football, we may get it there or set up a 4th and 2, and we're going for it. So that's part of the plan. It has nothing to do with Quinn. You know, he missed a field goal the other day. I thought he struck it really, really well. He just, you know, misaimed slightly. I mean, I think he missed it by maybe a foot. We got a lot of confidence. Quentin hit all the extra points, and he's going to hit some game winners for us somewhere down the line here. You know, I'm confident of it.
You got your first block punt of the season. How much are you stressing that? Because maybe special teams could be that one key play in this game. So, I mean, or do you feel like you're going to really try to go after punts in this game if that's...
Well, I think Pete Germano does an excellent job of evaluating every aspect of the special teams. You know, last week we thought that with that particular block we put on, which I think was the first time we ran that particular block, we would have a chance to get it, and our guys came through. Kyrie had a great effort coming through there, really stormed the wall. I think we had about 5 guys on the shield, which, you know, can really stress a punt team. This week, he'll have a plan. We always carry a block in. Now, whether it's warranted during the game, Pete and I discussed it at that point. I think we were up 7. They were back on their own end. We didn't feel they were going to fake it, and he made a great call.
For me, like the feel of that game when that happened, it was kind of a continuation of a call that you made before that. When you called timeout on defense, they're trying to run out the clock before halftime. Talk about that mentality, because it seemed to me like an aggressive statement by you that, hey, we want the ball back because we're going to score.
Well, I felt that our defense was doing a really good job of kind of controlling the line of scrimmage, getting them into predictable 3rd and long situations, and if they were going to try to run the ball out, they were backed up. I thought we could get the ball maybe at midfield, and that was my initial thought. And then Coach Germano said, "Hey, what do you think about the block here?" And I kind of perked up. I said, "Yeah, that sounds great. Let's go. If you feel like it's, you know, this is the time for it." And he said, "Heck yeah," and he made the call. But the thing I was pleased at, you know, off the first turnover that Phillip caused, our offense took the ball, scored. Off of the short field from the punt block, offense took it and scored. And if we can continue to do those kind of things, I like our chances the rest of this year.
I know it's 2012 Bulldogs against 2012 Broncos, but when you look at Chris Peterson, you see that 77-7. How eye-popping is that for someone who's been in this business for a long time to see what he's done?
Oh, it's extremely impressive. You know, Coach Hawkins had done a great job there prior to Pete taking over, and Pete was part of that staff, but he's taken it to another level. And, you know, they've done a great job of not just taking care of this league, but going outside the conference and beating people outside the conference. You got to tip your hat to them. But this is a new year, and, you know, I like the 2012 Dogs, and we'll see what happens Saturday.